This one's fun for now. It's mindless. Stellaris is a fun, deep game. I like it. It captures your imagination for a great long time. Oxygen Not Included is annoying as hell, but that's why it's enjoyable. But to watch the OCD YouTube creators just have, it's like, what? It would be playing this game well is like trying to play Besieged. It is, where is it? Besieged. It was a game that kind of like a Lego kind of thing, and then you sent your little Lego creation off to blow up something. It was really cool because you really didn't have any control over it. You just sent it off to see if it would work, and it was really neat. But I'll look for it here. Besieged, there it is. It was really neat, but the problem is that you had to be an electrical engineer to figure this shit out, or like have some kind of university degree to figure out and you'd look at the mods and they would intricate, like, we've got this robo, and I'm like, I can just build a catapult. Thanks, guys. And it's the runner tank and the helicopter, and you're like, okay, guys, chill. It's like, how much, like, did you spend years on this, or were you just an electrical engineer or something, or some kind of, you know, new stuff about gears and stuff? It's like, what? Yeah, that kind of thing. Eve is, well, I've been playing it for since its creation, and in fact, I played during a little bit during beta. It is a screensaver game with a built-in chat function that the devs routinely do stupid things just to make themselves feel relevant, like people aren't ignoring them. It's because I do. I ignore them. Most of their crap is just ignorable because I have no clue about how to play the game. And it's like, what your event means nothing to me because it just means nothing to my gameplay. Why? I'm not even going to participate because you're just boring as hell on it. So every once in a while, they want to feel relevant, or at least, taken seriously. So they do something really horrible to the game, and you're like, oh, yeah, everybody panics and freaks out, and they're like, oh, we're relevant. We feel relevant. And it's like strokes are EPing, and it's like, oh my god. So yeah, nothing gets decided in that game unless you're the loudest yeller in a meeting at headquarters, and that's the squeak wheel gets oiled, and the CEO loves his record-breaking gaming articles, and he's obsessed about them. So it's like, this is not the way to it. But it's like, I don't recommend it to people because it's a screensaver with a built-in chat function. Why would you want to play this? Why would you want to ruin your life playing this game unless you really get something out of it? Because I get something out of it because A, I don't have to sit in the lobby. B, I can continue where I left off. And C, it's unforgiving that the people in there are 95% of them are douchebags. And it's interesting because you've got it's like having an AI, a douchebag AI NPC enemy out there. And it's interesting because it forces you to learn about the game when they're being douchebags. But the reason I don't recommend it to anybody, and once I find a replacement, I am gone. Even after 16 years, I'm gone. It's like, see ya. Because it's the developers have, like any dev team on a MOG, they get their ass kissed by the griefers because the griefers just that's the way they're built. They kiss ass with the developers, and the developers think, oh great, and they leave loopholes miles wide for griefers to do the most laziest, easiest kills ever with no risk to themselves. And that's what griefers are. They're no risk, high reward players, and they laugh and make fun of Care Bears who they say don't want any risk but want all the rewards. But it's like you're being hypocritical. So that's why I don't recommend it. I mean, it's just, that's the way of MOGs that go this way. And the only reason it's surviving is because it has quadruple the number of players that I knew playing Jumpgate back in the day in 2000, 2003. That failed because it just didn't grow and it didn't reach that level of sustainability that unfortunately Eve has made. And I wish Eve had failed. It won't, because it just has that threshold of being able to pay the bills, and be a viable company. I wish it hadn't. I wish it failed and another company had survived. These people are .com era relics, and it's just, you can tell they just stumbled through life, and they're just going to continue stumbling through life, and it's not going to get any better. They're not going to rewrite code because that's not profitable for them, and they're idiots. They should actually rewrite the entire code of the game, but they don't know how because they're idiots. And you could tell it's just they don't care. They think everybody's an idiot because they watch the forums too much, and the forums are a cesspool, like any mob forums. It's just 95% trash and like 5% decent, which is any forum really. But I think they pad their own ego by watching the forums and going, like, they're all idiots. But just, what do you expect? Play the game. Don't look at the forums as a good microcosm of the game, because it's like, you're not going to get an idea of how to play the game by watching the forums, and you're not going to get any immersion value by watching the forums. So, anyways, enough of this ridiculous thing. I would like to play Elite Online, Elite Dangerous, but I want to start out right. And nobody's helping. Nobody's giving me any information about it. They're all like, they don't want to talk about it. And I possibly think a lot of people don't really care. They just go into it, muddle around it, make do, and find cheats about how others, but it's not, you don't really get a feel of, okay, you can start this way and grow this way. It's like, oh, there's a go here and do mind, but you have to stumble your way to that point, that elite point, before you actually are able to do stuff that people are talking about. It's like, oh yeah, go to this mindset, you're going to do this and that with this ship, and you're like, how do I start the game? They're like, ignore. So I find that about the game really annoying. That's not a good sign, that there's no real community about that. It feels like, yeah, you're forced to muddle through, and I don't want to do that. I want to start nice. It's an old game. Figure your shit out. But yeah, whatever. I'm not interested in playing it yet. I'd like to. Once I get into it, I'm sure I'll enjoy it. I'm not sure if I need a joystick or not. I have no idea. But for now, I don't even know if it's single player and or multiplayer. I don't know if it's online. Yeah, it's just a whole bunch of unknowns that need to be answered, and I'm surprised that it's hard to find those answers. So I'm like, until I find an easy to understand YouTuber who actually, or any kind of thing that talks about this, I'm going to bypass that game. I have it installed. I bought it a while ago, but yeah, it's like, I'm not going to get into a game that is user unfriendly to the point of, hey, I'm just basically playing EVE Online. Well, what's the reason for me to quit EVE Online if the annoyance of playing EVE Online is the same I would trying to get into Elite Dangerous? The problem is I want to like Elite Dangerous, and I'm scared because if I get into it wrong, I might have a bad experience and then just dump the game. I want to get into it properly and enjoy it and be able to share the experience with others and go, hey, this, but I don't want to have to do it all over again, because 16 years in EVE, I can talk during a video. Most of my videos have commentary, except the combat stuff, which I have low experience in, then there's no commentary. But stuff I am highly experienced at, I will commentate during, because I can do that and multitask at the same time. And I can do that because I have some experience in the game. But muddling through Elite Dangerous without any help whatsoever, and I've asked people and they've refused, or just not responded, that I think, oh, nobody really knows how to have a clue about how to start this game right. Or at least in the way that, hey, I want to be a miner in this game. What can I mine? How do I start mining as a noob? How do I? And there's nothing. And I was like, I don't. I'm not going into their stupid missions. I'm not like I used to play back in the day. I used to play Wing Commander Privateer. I love that game. Um, but I was really I wasn't mining asteroids back then. But it was I just disliked having to. I liked being in one spot and enjoying that one spot and immersing myself in that one spot so I can really enjoy the aesthetics of that one spot. And I might not even have a reason to leave ever, because I'm happy with that one spot. And I like the idea of, yes, the possibility of moving elsewhere, and I like the idea of be able that there are other places in the universe, but I'm happy here. And yeah, I'm a real homebody that way. So yeah, games that are, as you can see, you're getting that concept of, yeah, it's just, I want to be in a game that I can inhabit. And Voldemort just wasn't at all something that I can inhabit. But it had the promise of that, you know? It's like, cool storyboards. This is really neat. But it's like, if it's just random bullshit and it's just RNG and it's too short, you're just enjoying the story. You're just rushing through it. And I don't want to rush through a game to get to the end and go, yeah, I won. I want to enjoy the beginning and the middle and the end, especially if it's a RPG like this. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, most, like, this game can really inhabit an area and you can slowly expand. And that's why I like it. Little bites, slowly expand. Little bites, slowly expand. Pause for a bit, turtle up. Make sure your economy is stable again, then expand a bit. That's what I like about the Stellaris. And I think that's the games I'll be gravitating towards, because you're not really expanding a little bit. You're forced to go somewhere, and then you took a massive hit when you do it, and you're like, what? And that, but you know, it's not the same kind of feel as Stellaris. Yeah, and Eve is just so slow that I guess I just like it because it takes forever to do anything. And I guess that's why I like it. Although taking forever to do a freaking mission, which seems grindy, and you're going to fail it from one mistake and you have to start all over again, you might as well play on easy mode and get the same score at the end. But I'm not, like, yeah, just, apocalypse hero missions, it just, ugh. They just turn me off the game. But you get so much tech from it. You're like, but I want this boost of tech to mean something. I'd like to play the hero campaign in this Gamma Medical Center, but I'm just kidding. It's just, are you kidding me? This is not a level of fun. It's now work, and I won't spend hours trying to clear this level with one person. It doesn't feel. It's too tactical. I love XCOM 2, but it's got a strategic level that I like. Tactical is fine. I played the best tactical I ever played. If you like tactical, I highly recommend it. It's why can't I easily find things currently? It's really annoying. Anyways, it is Ground Control. It's an old game, but oh my god, it's so enjoyable. If you like tactical, it's cheesy graphics these days, but oh my god, it's so much. And that soundtrack, oh yeah, highly recommend it. It's so much fun. Oh yeah, absolutely. Do try it out. It's so sweet. How much is it? It's the anthology. Did I say that right? Anthology? There you go. It's, Jesus, it's $6. Get it. Oh, yeah, Grand Gold Collection. Yeah, get this one. This is the one. Operation Exodus. Yeah, absolutely. Totally get it. It's just so much fun. Rogue Trooper. Cute. Sorry, that was I think 2,300 AD comic. I think it was a monthly magazine with comic stories like Stainless Steel Rat and stuff like that, and Judge Dredd. Yeah, it was really cool. Nifty. Anyways, so yeah, definitely get it. It's so much fun if you love tactical. Oh, it's so cool. Anyways, and the story's great too, by the way. And yeah, it's so much fun. You really, really get attached to the lead characters in it, or the lead character. She's feisty. It's pretty cool. Star Sector's. It's not a non-Steam game. I added to Steam Launcher so I could play it. And of course, I'll play StarCraft 2. StarCraft 2 is mindlessly fun. It can get a bit wearing because the replay value is so great. I've played it so many times that it gets okay. I know what's going to happen. And I always play a certain. I'm not playing it right now because there is a branch in the story, and I always play one branch because my play style is just so towards that. But the other branch is kind of fun because you get to play with heroes, but at the same time, it's more tactical, and the consequences of that is not fun because I don't like playing it. Yeah, it gives it's on the planet Char. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, anti-air or anti-tunnels, and I just get rid of the anti-air all the time. And I want to play the other branch, and that's why the hesitation. It's just, I want to expand, but I like my way of playing. And my way of playing is the same old, and it's slow, and but it's fun. And that's why I'm getting this point where, I really should try this because it's kind of fun, but it's like, the consequences are annoying, and oh God, it's like, yeah, it's, yeah, I dislike brood lords. I'd rather deal with the anti-air or take out the air and deal with the tunnely, the worm things that spit out troops. Ugh. Anyways, yeah, so that's all my recent ones that I've been playing. Shogun 2 is so much fun. If you've never played it, Shogun 2 is just an awesome game. It's got some great mods to it too. It's still really expensive though. Wow. You don't need all this crap. You honestly don't. The one thing you might need is the blood pack, but it's like, you don't really notice the difference. Really? Not, yeah. I mean, you might, but after a while, you're like, meh. They're just pixels. But yeah, it's hella fun. Oh my God, it's hella fun. I always play the Samushi. Anyways, the sword guys down the green team down in the southwest. I always play that. So much fun. And besides, I just expand in one direction. I don't have to deal with things coming from every which way. So that's why I like it. And XCOM 2, it's fun, but it can get a bit drab and boring. So I spiced it up with a little bit of side boob action, because I'm a bit of a perv. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get too wild because I don't want my stuff deleted, because that's the only place to keep it. I'm tempted of putting it private, view only. But I mean, yeah, I mean, you see some of the videos on YouTube, and that's a lot of skin, and that's actual people. So a little bit of pixel side boob, I think, is fine. I think I can get away with it without getting my stuff deleted. But yeah, it's a risk I might not be willing to take, because it's enjoyable, having the ability to look back at your you've got characters like colonels and stuff, and you're like, was that character in that mission? And then I can go back and look, and I'll rewatch the videos and put timestamps in them, and also edit them. Like, I'll probably break in and pause it and go, or maybe no, I'll just put in comments in the description of going, this is why I save scum, because of this stupid mechanic I'd forgotten about that makes this annoying, and I just died stupidly because blah. And yeah, that's why and I do have the mod downloaded, but I haven't enabled it, that fixes, because if you save scum, it will give you the same dice rolls, so you can't save scum and get the same shot. But if you enable the mod, you can get, like, you can re-roll and re-roll your shots every time you load up. I don't want to do that. It felt too much like cheating. If I'm doing something in the game and it's a mechanical thing that happens to me, I want to get rid of it, not because I want to re-roll a shot. That's cheating to me. That I used it before and it got too tempting, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. It just took away from, if I'm going to miss a shot, I'm going to miss a shot, and I don't want to just for that. That's a mechanic I'm willing to deal with missing and getting wounded too. That's okay, even severely wounded. But a mechanic that just I'd forgotten about or didn't know about, and it just killed a couple of my guys, just done. And I'm like, the hell? I'll save scum. So yeah, I'll definitely go back and hopefully have a list of all the save scum stuff I did and the stuff I didn't like about the game and the mechanics that are non-immersive, that are no fun, that kill you guys and you didn't even know. The misclicks and stuff like that. I'm sure that'll be a definite number one. Yeah, the misclicks. Like, there's a mod actually that'll go, do you really want to go into no cover and be exposed to your flank to that click? So I'll probably enable that mod. It's just that it's annoying when you disable a mod. Like, I've got a few cosmetic mods that I disabled that I probably want to re-enable and use. When you're playing this, do not play this. Or is it? Use the alternate launcher. It'll allow you to do a bunch of mods that don't normally work if you use the official one. Yeah, I know they changed it recently. It's really stupid. Yeah, there were. Which one was it? I just didn't like some of the mods, like the vigilant hairstyle. You look at the pictures and like, cool, and then you enable it and you try them in game. You're like, what the hell kind of paint shop pro BS is this? And I don't really like the. I love Ghost in the Shell, but the Motoko thing, I was like, no, wait, I'll be thinking of Ghost in the Shell instead of XCOM. I don't want to have immersion breaking stuff going on, and that's why I disabled it, and that's why I get the error every time I load the game. I'm okay with that because I don't have anybody with that. And Lady Mechanica is kind of cool, steampunk kind of thing, but at the same time I was like, wait, this is not steampunk. I'm not playing a steampunk game. Space Marine. The 40K is really cool. I love 40K. I love Games Workshop stuff, but it's like the same thing. Immersion. I'm playing XCOM, not 40K, StarCraft voice mod, I would love to, but still. Immersion, totally. It just felt when I was playing the game, I was like, wait, I've got Ghost from StarCraft, and it just didn't. It was like, I've got no immersion because it's like reminds me another game too completely. So that's why I didn't like it. Yeah, and the quiet outfit too. It was like, wait, I didn't like the game. I tried to play that game. I just didn't get. I refunded. I couldn't get past the introduction tutorial thing. It was like, what? Yeah, just too much. It's too much stupid cutscene tutorial BS, and it was like, no, this is not worth the investment of time. I can see this going really stupid really quick. I am not playing this game. It just it just didn't feel immersive at all. It was like, we're gonna grab control of you. You only go one direction. I'm like, what? Just play a movie then. And don't force me to play this stupid game. Yeah, but I'll probably add more as I go along. I will definitely attempt to keep the nudity down to a minimum. Because, yeah, it can get genitalia stuff, and you're like, okay, that's going to get banned on YouTube for sure. So, but it spices the game up. It makes it more interesting looking at pixels. Yeah, the old Laura Croft thing. I'd rather look at a swinging ass than a male butt. I mean, you're gonna be looking at yourself a lot, and it's not really yourself. You want to pretend to be yourself, great. But I'm just gonna look at a female butt. And you can immerse yourself in that male character all you want. I'm just gonna look at this butt. That's all. Thanks, guys. That's yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, too bad about this game. I really enjoy the idea of it, and they almost get it right. It's just, I just don't like being yanked this way and that way and finishing the game way too quickly when I'm being forced to do stuff just to quit the annoyance of it and game over. And you're like, what? It's the same thing with, I didn't like, yeah. And I'll probably have to split this video up into talking about Voldemort and then talking about all the other games I've played and want to play. So anyways, hopefully that was interesting. And I'll probably rewatch this and listen to myself and try to figure out what kind of game I do like. Because it sounds to me like there's some kind of pattern there, but I haven't quite got my finger on it yet.